From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2493, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Our top story takes us to space, where a satellite created through the partnership of two nations will provide a window into some of the natural disasters plaguing us here on Earth.
An unprecedented joint satellite project between the Indian Space Research Organisation and NASA is giving researchers the hope of better studying the Earth's climate and helping improve responses to natural disasters by monitoring the most subtle changes on Earth, including its glaciers and wetlands. The satellite is known as NISA, the NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Mission. Its launch aboard an ISRO spacecraft on the 30th of July from the Satish Dhawan Space Center centered on its mission to send microwaves to collect data from different surfaces on the planet. When processed, the data will be visible in an exceptionally high resolution. An estimated 80 terabytes of data will be collected daily. Scientists have said that the method has, quote, unprecedented accuracy, end quote. Researchers and governments around the world will be able to view the data via a cloud platform where they will have open access. The project is being praised as the first collaborative satellite mission of its kind between the Indian and US space agencies. This is Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF.
We have an update on AST Space Mobile's attempt at grabbing part of the 70-centimeter ham band. From Newsline anchor Paul Brown, WD9 GCO.
A Texas telecommunications company asking for FCC permission to use amateur radio frequencies between 430 and 440 megahertz has submitted a response to the U.S. regulator defending itself against concerns from ham radio operators over interference. The letter, written by AST Space Mobile, assures the agency that its satellites are designed to, quote, mitigate interference, end quote. The company also said it would shut down its use of the band if interference was found. The company's filing, reported in the PC Magazine website, reads in part that the FCC has found that AST Space Mobile's prior demonstration of no interference conform to ITU regulations and are, quote, sufficient to authorize a limited non-conforming use, end quote. The PC Magazine website noted that the FCC has received more than 2,500 comments in protest of the company's proposed use of the band.
Elsewhere in space, two more hams have arrived aboard the ISS after a brief delay of their launch.
NASA's SpaceX Crew 11 arrived at the International Space Station in the early hours of Saturday, the 2nd of August, after a launch that suffered a one-day weather delay due to poor weather. Commander Zena Cardman, KJ-5CMN, and pilot Mike Fink, KE-5AIT, were accompanied by two mission specialists, JAXA astronaut Camilla Uyi and Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg Platonov. During their 7-month tenure aboard the orbiting laboratory, the team will conduct experiments on the impact of microgravity on bacteria-killing viruses. They will also study plant cell division and human stem cells. The ISS assignment marks the first time in space for both Zena Cardman and Oleg Platonov. This is Travis Lisk, N3 ILS.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF, Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Travis Lisk, N3ILS, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3, we'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.